do you want me to do for you? I'm giving you the way, the tools, and you say, no. It's like a little kid who is hungry, give them food, and they, I don't like that. You dress up, I don't like that. What do you want? I'm hungry, I don't like that. But oftentimes we are like that before God. We are like that before God. I want to grow in holiness, okay. I don't like it. What do I need to do? So see, the whole Sermon on the Mount debunks Luther's so-called teaching. It doesn't hold any water. Because if Luther's teaching were true, Jesus' teaching would be false. It's that simple.
But why did so many people accept Luther's teaching? What was so powerful about it?
Because it's easy. Who wouldn't want to go to heaven without a struggle? I mean, for example, many of you work, okay, some are retired, but you still work. We work hard and so on and so forth. Why? Because you have to earn a living, right? Or to put something in your retirement, whatever it is, you work. But who wouldn't want free money? Like to win a lottery and stop working. Who wouldn't like that? Who wouldn't want to win money? But I didn't want to win. You know, one time they said that someone was telling me that they said that some of the, some of the most church-going states, they said Florida and Nevada.
Florida, Nevada.
Yes, Nevada, Las Vegas. And what came to my mind is in Las Vegas, I don't know about Florida, but in Las Vegas we pray to win. No, that's not true. That's not true. But what I'm saying, who would like to just win money? Okay. No one would be sincere if they say, well, I would prefer working 10 hours a day for $15, okay, an hour, than winning $1 million. Okay, they may say that or whatever. Okay? So what Luther is saying is easy. You will go to heaven without a struggle. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, I can do whatever I feel like doing, but in the end I will go to heaven. It's like telling a little kid that no, sit home, watch TV, don't go to school, but when you turn 28, you will be a doctor. You will be a teacher, you will be a nurse. Just to sit home and watch TV. If that's what it took, I would take it. No? All mysteriously, you haven't gone to school, but all of a sudden, you are an engineer, professional engineer. You know how to do things. You know? Why would we think that if that can happen in our day-to-day life, why do we think that it can happen with God in heaven? God will give us a brain to know that yes, things are done this way. But when it comes to faith, no, you don't need to do much. God is love. He may say do these things, but you don't really need to. But you will go to heaven anyway. It's a lie. But it is easy. And believe me, none of us will say, well, a priest told me. That won't be the defense for an account of our lives. Why did you do that? Well, a priest said we should do it. No, why did you do it? A priest. God will keep saying, no, I gave you a brain. And the gift of faith. So don't tell me about the priest. Why did you do this? It is easy to just hide behind a pastor said, a priest said, to do what really deep within we know is wrong, but because it is easy, and the priest said, I will go to heaven anyway, so, like just recently there was a priest somewhere who told people that really there is no such a thing as mortal sin. There's no such a thing as mortal sin. So do you see the project there? What he's trying to get at? There's no such a thing as mortal sin. So if there is no such a thing as mortal sin, therefore, there is no really death by sin. You see that, okay? Because mortal means to die. Okay? So if there is no such a thing as mortal sin, it means that sin cannot kill. You see that, okay? There's no mortal sin, so sin cannot kill. And really, if sin cannot kill, there is no really mortal sin. So basically, there is really no sin. You see the argument, okay? This is not what he said, but that's what he is implying, okay? So really, there is no sin, okay? And if there is no sin, because if you say there is no mortal sin, basically what you're saying is that there is no sin, right? And therefore, there is no death that can come by way of sin. Because there is no mortal sin, so there is no death that can come by way of sin. Because there is no sin. And if there is no sin, there is no devil. And if there is no devil, there is no hell. And if there is no hell, everybody will go to heaven. Classic Lutheranism. You do whatever you want. Sin must be committed. If you want to commit adultery 100 times a day, go ahead. Because there is no such a thing as mortal sin. Sin cannot kill. Because there is no real sin to begin with. If there is no sin, there is no devil. If there is no devil, there is no hell. That's what they are basically insinuating. That's what they are telling people. There is no such a thing as mortal sin. So scripture is dead wrong. Jesus wasted his time to die on the cross. It was a scarecrow not to do certain things. He just wanted to scare you not to do certain things. But even if you do them, he is very merciful. So that is mocking the cross, mocking the passion and the death of Jesus Christ. If one says that there is no mortal sin. Because it's because of sin that Christ died. To defeat the powers of evil, who he says himself that he is a killer from the very beginning. He's a murderer, John chapter 8. He's a murderer from the very beginning. That if we put ourselves in his grip, in his reach, he will destroy us. And some crazy priest comes and tells people, really there is no such a thing as mortal sin. So this is the thing. So who should we believe? Jesus or Luther or this crazy priest somewhere? So some of these people, they have their personal problems and they want to go to hell with a whole horde of others. You know, I think we have them even in our families, or every family probably has them. There are people who do bad things, but they want to involve everybody. Okay? So that they don't look bad. Well, even Horace was involved. So you spread the blame, then there is no blame. So there are people who work from that kind of guilty conscience, because they themselves have abandoned everything, they are going into religion or whatever direction, they want to take everybody else with them. That's what Jesus meant when he said, they have the key, they don't enter, but they also refuse, they get in the way of others who would have entered. He was talking about the Pharisees, false prophets, whatever, these false priests, okay, who teach that there is no such a thing as mortal sin. They are not entering, but they close the door to even those who have wanted to enter. But remember what Jesus is saying, that they are not entering as well, because they are believing in someone who is keeping them outside. So it's also their fault as well. So we can't have this defense, it is the priest. It is the priest who did this. It's the priest who told me. God gave each and every one of us that gift of faith, okay, that insight, okay, into the seeing of the mysteries. That's what we call justification, faith, hope, and love. Okay. So we get to a stage in our lives whereby we can't blame others for our decisions. Today we have that false psychology, whereby someone who is 60 years old, 65, they go to a psychologist or wherever they are, and they tell them, oh, you do this and this, and oh, your father did this to you. And then a 65-year-old person sits there and says, yeah. And then they start crying, they did this to me, my mother. 65 years old, and you're still blaming your mother. When are we going to take responsibility? So the same with the faith. There comes a time our parents may not have taken us to church or whatever, but when we come of age, okay, we know what is right and what is wrong. So let's take a break.